Say less.
Sheesh. What you saying? I don't understand. I'm out my mind. I popped. Sheesh. I swear this lock shot got me stuttering. Girl, you not fall in love again.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we should have a fun one on our hands. It's the Vikings coming in at 7-7, going up against the Bears, who come in at 4-10.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Glennon. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now Glennon. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now back to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So on 4th down, here's the punter, Jeff Locke, to kick it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's taken to the 26. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
Now Bradford on 2nd down. Open here, Adam Thielen. Bradford hitting Thielen there for a Viking first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Second down following the run. They run it again with Cook. And an alley to run. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Vikings. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Here we go.
Play clock winding down. They're going to look to throw. It's brought in by Kevin White. Kevin White, the 20, 10, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Kevin White, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They start the drive with Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Now a second down throw for Bradford. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. First down, here's the run with Cook. And some space here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Second down, Bradford. And Rudolph has it left side. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Bradford finding Rudolph there for a Viking first.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. So it'll be first down here after the run. They'll try to throw now. Bradford. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. And down inside the 15 he goes. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. From the red zone now, Bradford. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Rudolph, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And Pointer, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Incomplete.
That's just flat out a terrific play because it's rare that you see a hitch route batted down. That means someone read that one really well and was right on the spot when the ball got to the receiver.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
throw. That's complete to Meredith. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And this one complete to Marcus Wheaton. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Let's go! 3-19!
Brandon Gordon, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. This one to Howard. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. This is Howard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll drop the throw. Out left to Shaheen. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. First down, they run with Howard. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rush will just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he's going to go down. sacked right around the 17. Daniil Hunter in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. The Bears on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He'll set up a throw. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
And Aguayo's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6. An unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
Bradford now to throw on first down. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They run it with McKinnon. And some room to roam now. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. That good for 22 and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Cook getting the handoff for Bradford. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Again, it's Cook. And he's got some space here. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet around the 37. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Looking to throw on second down. Bradford. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run with Cook, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. To throw on second down, Bradford. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Jonathan Bullard. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. In search of something here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Bradford getting his guys ready. Now Bradford. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
And Dawson's kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So, my man, I pose this question to you. How do you get to be the number 2 defense against the rush in the NFL?
Be better than number 3, I guess.
Okay.
And make plays like that, right?
Well, you know, you're right. At its basic, be better than number 3, but you really nailed it. Make plays like that on a consistent basis.
It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Fresh set of downs here.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
He'll look to throw. Completion left side to Miller. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Come on out here. Go get some. Go get some. Come on here. Go get some. Set. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll set up to throw. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll make it a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Glennon being chased out left. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now Glennon. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Made his first. This now from 42 yards out. And Aguayo able to knock it through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20. To the 23-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 77 yards. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The Bears on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw here. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Anthony Barr in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's Jeff Locke now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And out now come the Vikings. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now Bradford on second down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now McKinnon. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Looking to throw on second down. Bradford firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back at the 44-yard line. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. So the D-line's going to spread out. They run the counter with Cook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. That'll bring up second down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
On second down, Cook. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Bradford. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Akeem Hicks with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And Dawson's kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
It's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The play clock's running down. They'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Eric Kendricks coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4. The Bears on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now back to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Here's Jeff Locke now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Pulled in at the 24. 51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Final minute now of the third quarter. They run again on first down. Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the gun, Bradford. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And some room to maneuver. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Oh, he shifts past him. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now a second down throw for Bradford. And that's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 3rd and 5.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll run the counter with Murray. Murray, strong running. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
A give. This is Cook. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Here's Bradford. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now it's 2nd and 7. They go with Howard again. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
The Bears on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Jeff Locke now. He's been terrific so far. This is taken around the 12. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out comes Minnesota. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Second down, Bradford. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They go play action here on first down. And he fires one incomplete. Deion Sims is tied in the intended target. And now it's second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Green 39. Green 39.
They'll try again with the arm here on second down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Linval Joseph. in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. The Bears on third down. They've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This is 3rd and 14.
Green 39! Green 39!
They're going to look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the 4th quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Now Cook running right. They juked him. Space to maneuver at the 40. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That good for 19 and a 1st down. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. They'll try to throw now. Bradford, screenplay, McKinnon. Ooh, the juke. A broken tackle on the run, and then just on the other side of midfield, they get to it. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. McKinnon. They find some open field here. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Jerick McKinnon. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a 1st down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, pick up the 1st down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And an alley to run. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 63 yards on the ground. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Now the pressure gets there and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Everson Griffin in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Here we go. No. Jack, Patrick, Detroit. Hurry up, here we go.
Looking to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd down and 12. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Minnesota, the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they'll have a few extra days here now before they face the Lions next week. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.